Summer break. I spent 2 months enjoying newlywed life with my wife, but I had not touched my physics homework at all. Right after my wife and I had some private time together, I heard some unbelievably good news. My physics teacher had actually resigned. That meant I finally would not have to make up that homework. I was overjoyed. Just as I was getting carried away, my wife quietly laughed behind me. Then she spoke up herself. Do you really dislike your physics teacher that much? No, Teacher Zia is a good person. I just truly cannot learn physics. Oh, right. Do you know why Teacher Zia suddenly left? Fu Wanwan pretended she was not curious at all. Why? Old Zia said right in class today that his daughter was too distracted by romance, was neglecting her real work, and no one was running the company, so he had to go back and handle it himself. After Fu Wanwan heard that, she said, "So that is how my dad talks about me in public." I had not even fully reacted yet. When she continued, "Then you should properly thank that supposedly irresponsible daughter of his." Exactly. I looked completely relieved. Because of his disappointing daughter, I could finally escape this suffering early. Fu Wanwan reminded me. Teacher Zia is only no longer teaching your class. It is not like the course itself disappeared. I refuse to believe I am that unlucky. There cannot be another teacher just as strict. Maybe a beautiful new teacher will come instead. Fu Wanwan could not stand hearing the word beautiful right now. She immediately warned me. What are you thinking again? Remember, you are a married man. I quickly backed down. I still could not live without my wife's embrace. Besides, I still wanted to hold her slim waist that night. The next morning, when I woke up, I was the only one left at home. There was a note from Fu Wanwan on the dining table. I went to work. Be good and finish your breakfast. My first 8 a.m. class of senior year was physics. The class bell rang. The room went silent for 3 seconds. Then it instantly erupted. Give me 3 minutes. I need to know everything about this woman. I instinctively looked up at the woman on the podium. My heart jolted hard. Fu Wanwan. Before I knew it, I blurted out, "Wife." The next second, the whole class stared at me, realizing something was wrong. I hurriedly stood up to explain. "Sorry, teacher. My brain just short-circuits sometimes. Whenever I see a beautiful woman, I accidentally call her my wife." Fu Wanwan paused slightly. Boys should be a little more reserved. Let me introduce myself. My name is Fu Wanwan. Because of a work transfer, Teacher Zia will be away from Nanda for a while. From now on, your senior year physics course will be taught by me. As for the class rules and grading method, I have already discussed them with Teacher Zia. We will follow the system he originally set for your final grade. The moment I heard that, I felt like my head had taken a heavy blow. My wife had become my teacher. Was she not working at Jingda? Why did she suddenly come to Nanda in my final year of college? I had somehow ended up in a teacher-student romance. This was absurd. Back to business. Teacher Zia's assigned homework has already been emailed to me. The class representative, please bring it to my office later. Office 803. Especially students who did not bring their homework. Turn it in at my office no later than tomorrow morning. Could I submit it a little later? Even 3 more days would help. Please cut me some slack. No, homework is a matter of principle. Everyone will be treated equally. I know that a few students among you heard Teacher Zia was leaving and started counting on luck. Before 10 a.m. tomorrow, any homework not submitted to my office will lose 50 of the regular course score. Teacher Zia already told you this before summer break began. Right now, I really wanted to march up there and question her. Was she not obviously talking about me? Just yesterday, she watched me gloat about this. At that moment, a male student could not wait any longer and switched into social mode. Teacher Fu, may I add you on Green Bubble? No need for that. My work email is always available during office hours. Since this is my first time meeting all of you, you may ask any questions you like. Teacher Fu, are you single? Fu Wanwan's gaze briefly swept in my direction. No, I am already married. We only got our marriage certificate a little while ago. When you graduate, I will treat everyone to wedding candy. I hope we work well together this year. The moment she said that, the whole class erupted again. On the outside, I looked calm, but inside, my emotions were in complete chaos. I nearly crushed the pen in my hand. Then I opened the class group chat. The group name had already been changed to want to marry Fu Wanwan. She may be strict, but her looks are impossible to ignore. How does such an amazing wife end up belonging to someone else instead of me? Just wait until we get home. I will deal with you properly. When Fu Wanwan got home that evening, I was nowhere to be seen on the first floor. She went upstairs and found that I had locked the master bedroom from inside. On the guest room bed, there was a small blanket and a pillow. Looks like I had kicked myself out of the master bedroom. Aiken opened the door. I pretended not to hear. Aiken, are you really not coming out? A new barbecue shop opened on my way home from work. I bought some food. Do you want to try it? I had not eaten dinner yet, so I shamelessly shouted toward the door. What did you buy? Let me see. There are lamb skewers, special skewers, and pork belly. This woman really knew exactly how to tempt me. They were all my favorites. After I opened the door, I saw that beautiful face of hers and truly wanted to pinch her cheeks hard. I took the barbecue from Fu Wanwan's hands. Husband, are you still mad? Do not be angry anymore. Fu Wanwan, do not call me husband. I am not your husband. You clearly knew I'd not done my homework yesterday, yet you just stood there laughing at me. Did you do that on purpose? Your wife did remind you not to count on luck. Did she not, HMPH? So I should be thanking you then. Fu Wanwan looked at my angry expression and could not help smiling. Ha. Then baby ached. Remember to turn in your homework on time tomorrow. That teasing expression of hers made me furious. But even if you start writing now, you probably will not finish it right. Good luck. I have a meeting in the study. Come find me there if you need anything. Our baby Aiken can finish his homework all by himself. I turned my grief into appetite and ate. After dinner, I started worrying about my homework again. Sure enough, when people are hungry, they only worry about food. Once they are full, countless other troubles appear. I opened the assignment and immediately froze. Not only was the workload absurdly huge, the key problem was that I could not solve a single question. I knew Fu Wanwan was a person with strong principles. If I truly failed to hand in the homework tomorrow, she would definitely deduct my regular course points. No, asking for help is nothing to be ashamed of, especially when the person is my own wife. I knocked on the study door and walked straight in. Wife, help me, please. Fu Wanwan was in the middle of a meeting. A wave of teasing laughter came from the people on her screen. Only then did I belatedly realize what I had just done. I fled the study in a panic. 1 minute later, Fu Wanwan saw me burying my head under the blanket. What did you come looking for me about? Come out already. They did not see you. There is no need to feel embarrassed, but they heard my voice. It is fine if they heard. I really am your wife. What is wrong with calling me wife once? Only then did I crawl back out. I wrapped both arms around her. Wife. For the sake of us being husband and wife, could you give me a little more time on my homework? Fu Wanwan admitted that those 2 words pleased her. She held back a smile and said no. Are you even my wife anymore? I am your wife, but I already said in class today that homework is a matter of principle for someone like you who has not written a single word. Should I not deduct 80? Fu Wanwan, that is going too far. Was deducting 50 not enough? How? I am still short 3 credits. If you deduct 80, I really will not be able to graduate. Husband, your regular course score is definitely taking a hit. If you want to earn it back, That depends on how our Aiken performs. I leaned in and lightly kissed the corner of her lips. Student Aiken, trying to charm your teacher will not work. Besides, why did I hear that? You call every pretty woman your wife. That is right. I call every beautiful woman my wife. Teacher Fu. Deduct whatever regular points you want. Worst case, I will just get married again before graduation. That will give me 5 more credits. Starting today, we are simply teacher and student. So it is better for us to keep some distance, whether we are at school or at home. While Teacher Fu is in that role, we should both stay professional. You can sleep in the guest room properly. If baby Aiken misses his wife, he can come find me in the guest room. Am I really that needy? Why would I come looking for you? Also, from now on in class, you are not allowed to wear those black stockings anymore. Aiken, are you jealous? Fine. I will listen to my husband. From now on, I will wear them at home, only for my husband to see. After saying that, I locked the door and went to sleep. Our major had 3 big classes a week, and somehow all of them were scheduled in the first 3 days. They really were not leaving people any room to breathe. I looked at that annoying woman on the podium. She actually was not wearing black stockings after all. Before class begins, let me first address the summer homework. There are still 5 students who have not turned it in. Their regular course scores will be reduced by 50. Student Chen, your summer assignment does not contain a single written word. Your regular course score will be reduced by 80. I hope everyone learns from this and completes future assignments on time. 80%. Then even a perfect final exam score would still mean failing the course. Did she have some personal grudge against Aiken? Students who lost regular course points can also earn some back by actively participating in class and completing later assignments on time. Seeing Fu Wanwan make things so difficult, my brothers from dorm 506 silently gave her a bad review in their hearts. Even though I still disliked the class, I forced myself to keep listening. I was afraid of losing another 10 points. At noon, while everyone rested in the dorm, they were all worried about my credits. I heard there is a freshman welcome gala next Saturday. Anyone who participates in the welcome gala gets 2 social practice credits. I immediately perked up. As soon as class ended, I called my mom and asked her to mail over my guitar. When I got home and opened the package she sent, I discovered the guitar had been damaged. When Fu Wanwan came home, I was fixing the guitar. What happened? I have to perform at the welcome gala next week. I am supposed to play guitar on stage. When my mom mailed it over today, it somehow got broken. Fu Wanwan looked at the condition of the guitar. It probably will not be fixed anytime soon. It is fine. I will take it to be repaired for you tomorrow. It may take a few days. No need. Borrowing one from a club would be the same. Fu Wanwan did not say anything. She repacked the damaged guitar and placed it by the door. What made you decide to join the welcome gala? I pursed my lips. Was it not because Teacher Fu was so heartless and deducted 80 of my regular course points? I can only join the welcome gala to make up the credits. After saying that, I turned and went upstairs. After showering, I was ready for a beautiful night's sleep. Wanwan pushed the door open. She stood beside the bed, hugging a pillow. Who told you to come in? Did I not already say that whether we are at school or at home, we are only teacher and student? Go make do somewhere else. Chen, show a little backbone. Do not go soft on this woman. Husband, do you really not want to sleep while holding me? I am soft and very comfortable to hug, and it is not as if other kinds of closeness are impossible. No need. I do not want you. Fu Wanwan knew I was just being stubborn. She walked over and slowly bent down. Her slender fingers pulled at my arm and slipped into my embrace. Did you miss me these past 3 days? I was completely bewitched by this woman. Baby Aiken is so well behaved. The next day, after I got home from school, I saw a brand new guitar sitting in the house. Fu Wanwan was cooking in the kitchen. Why did you buy such an expensive guitar? Did I not already tell you? I only needed one for the welcome gala. It is fine. You rarely perform like this. You can play it at home in the future too. Practice properly these next 2 days. On the day of the welcome gala, I will come watch you. Thinking about Fu Wanwan's popularity at Nanda these past 2 days, if she went to the welcome gala, she would definitely gain another wave of admirers. Teacher Fu should stay in the office and prepare lessons. You do not need to go to the welcome gala. Why, husband, do you not want to see me? Ever since Fu Wanwan started working at Nanda, there had constantly been shameless comments about her on the school forum. Some people were even willing to spend a fortune just to keep Fu Wanwan at home, like a private trophy. Do you realize how much attention you attract? You are always drawing in admirers. Fu Wanwan naturally knew her husband was jealous. Then, husband, tell me, how exactly am I attracting admirers? You dress too beautifully. You make yourself look gorgeous every single day. What else would you call that if not attracting admirers? Fu Wanwan smiled softly. So this is what it feels like to be praised by my husband. From now on, I will listen to him and stop dressing so beautifully. If Aiken is truly afraid, someone will steal me away. Then buy me a ring I can wear every day, so others know I am already married. Only then did I realize we had already been married for almost 3 months, yet I had not given Fu Wanwan a single gift. Fine. Once the welcome gala was over, I would pick out a proper present and give it to her. After all, whether I could graduate smoothly or not was still partly in this woman's hands. After several days of practice, plus my solid fundamentals, my guitar training these past 2 days went very smoothly. The night before the performance, I nervously reviewed the sheet music again and again. I was afraid of making a mistake. Fu Wanwan got home very late. Wanwan, why are you only getting back now? I went to prepare a gift for our baby Aiken. I get a gift too. My eyes immediately lit up. What gift? Wanwan pulled out an exquisitely wrapped box from behind her. I rubbed my eyes. This was a piece personally designed by the famous fashion designer Mr. Jiang. It was not normally sold at all. Its level of craftsmanship was something I had only ever admired from afar. In display photos, I would not even dare to wear this. What if I get it dirty? How would you return it? Wanwan rubbed my face. Silly, this is for you. You do not need to return it. From now on, it is yours. Husband, do you want to try it on? 2 minutes later, I came out of the dressing room. Fu Wanwan stared at me without blinking. Does it look good? It looks especially good. Very handsome. Thank you, wife. Fu Wanwan looked at the way the tips of my ears turned red. She rose onto her toes and gave me a light kiss. At that evening's welcome gala, my foundation was already solid, and I had practiced diligently for several days. So at the welcome gala, I performed my piece perfectly. But even after every performance had ended, I still had not seen Fu Wanwan anywhere. That woman, I told you not to come, and you really did not come. You had not even watched me perform before. When I reached the back gate of the school, I opened the car door and saw an enormous bouquet of flowers. Husband, you worked hard. Congratulations on a successful performance. This was the first time since finishing the college entrance exam that I had received flowers. Still, I felt a little regretful because Fu Wanwan had not watched my performance with her own eyes. I lowered my head and scrolled through my phone. Then I tapped the little red notification dot on my social feed. You went to watch my performance. Fu Wanwan's post was a photo of me performing with the caption, "The full moon rests among the stars." It had clearly been taken from the very back of the viewing area. Did you hide this from the teachers at school? I only use this account to contact family. I do not use it for work, okay? She really was careful. Now I had no regrets left at all. Today was supposed to be a wonderful day. But no matter how wonderful a day is, there is always someone who brings trouble on himself. Maybe I was a little too excited. After showering, I sat close behind Fu Wanwan. Fu Wanwan, I truly did not expect your photography skills to be this good. Look at this color grading. I held the photo up in front of Fu Wanwan and asked, how did you adjust these settings? Before Fu Wanwan had time to answer, she noticed that my contact name for her was infertile. Very good. Fu Wanwan said nothing. She sat close against me and started kissing me. What are you doing? Fu Wanwan remained silent. She only kept kissing me. Baby Aiken, do you really not know what you did? Heaven knows, I truly had no idea. What did I do? Fu Wanwan had already started undoing the buttons on my shirt. Her voice turned soft and alluring. What nickname did baby Aiken give me in his contacts? Have you remembered now? I froze for 2 seconds, then immediately came back to my senses. No, that was from back then. This woman never listened to explanations. Who would have thought Fu Wanwan would cling to me so completely? I knew I was not getting away tonight. On Saturday, I did not open my eyes until noon. The person beside me was already gone. I stretched lazily and went downstairs. Several dishes were already laid out on the dining table. I deliberately dragged the chair so it made noise. Fu Wanwan came out of the kitchen carrying the last dish. She sat down beside me. What is it, baby? I said nothing. My mind was still full of what happened last night. Husband, I was wrong. I got a little carried away last night. How about I take you to soak in a hot spring later? I looked confused. Nancheng has hot springs. Eat properly first. I will take you in a while. I glanced at her and said nothing more. As we were getting ready to leave, I noticed Fu Wanwan's complexion did not look right. Fu Wanwan, are you feeling unwell? Why do you look so pale? You have a fever. Did you catch a chill? It is fine. I will be better soon. No. A fever is serious. What if it affects your head? Nancheng People's Hospital. I hardly ever got sick. So I rarely came to hospitals. Standing in the outpatient hall, I did not even know which department to register for. It is okay. Do not worry. Let us go straight to the 8th floor. A friend of mine is there, so I could only take Fu Wanwan to the clinic on the 8th floor. Sister Wanwan, why are you at our hospital? Fu Wanwan stopped me and introduced us. This is Jiang. She was my college friend, and this is my husband. Hello, brother-in-law. What kind of awkward title was that? You should examine her properly first. She was perfectly fine yesterday, and today she is like this. Only the patient may be inside during the examination. Brother-in-law, please wait outside for a moment. With me here, Wanwan will definitely be fine. You have just been holding back for too long. Do not talk nonsense. Do not say weird things to Aiken. Do you hear me? Fu Wanwan ate a banana. Brother-in-law, my sister's fever is simply because. Fu Wanwan quickly stopped Jiang from continuing. What exactly is going on? Do not hide it from me. My sister has just been suppressing herself for too long. It is nothing serious. On the way back, I awkwardly looked out the window. This was unbelievably embarrassing. What did she mean by holding back too long? Last night, the two of us were clearly intimate. Absolutely intimate. That night, I lay in bed thinking about life. I searched the dangers of women, suppressing their needs for too long. What? It actually has that many effects. That is frightening, but then again, we are already married. What is there to feel embarrassed about? It is not as though we have never been close before. I cannot just let her keep getting fevers. Thinking of this, I walked to the study door. After confirming Fu Wanwan was not in a meeting, I went straight inside. I slowly walked up beside Fu Wanwan, lifted her from the chair, and sat her on the desk. I kept a serious expression. My arms slowly wrapped around Fu Wanwan's slender waist. What? Did I not tire you out yesterday? Fu Wanwan's skirt was already short. After she sat down, it looked even shorter by a few centimeters. Wife, we are already married. There is no need for us to keep acting so shy. Besides, it is not as though nothing has ever happened between us. So stop teasing me. My voice was low, but the tips of my ears still turned red unnaturally. The first night, silly. Actually, nothing happened that night. I stared at her in shock. Then why did you lie to me? I am angry. She let out a soft laugh. Because I wanted to bring you home. I immediately stood up and left. I even locked the master bedroom door behind me. That woman, I am never speaking to her again. Let her stay foolish on her own. She deceived me and fooled with my feelings. Fu Wanwan is not allowed into the master bedroom anymore. Meanwhile, the Nancheng group chat exploded. Breaking news, breaking news. We have a brother-in-law now. What brother-in-law? Wanwan has a boyfriend. Open your minds a little. Not a boyfriend. A husband, what? Sister Wanwan is married. Want to guess who the husband is? You all know him. We know him. Could it be that tall, handsome younger student? What was his name again? Chen, right. Sister Wanwan is incredible. She really brought him home. Then Sister Wanwan must be thrilled. No wonder she stopped coming to dinners with us. Turns out she has been cuddling up with her husband every day. No, no, no. You all guessed wrong this time. Sister Wanwan came to our hospital today. No idea what happened between those two, but Sister Wanwan somehow worked herself into a fever from holding back. We can tease her about this for at least 3 years. Fu Wanwan read message after message and said unhappily, "Stop chatting. In a bad mood. Are you not with brother-in-law? I have already been kicked out of the bedroom by him, though I do not know why. But I really wanted to laugh. There is actually a man, sister. Wanwan cannot handle. Brother-in-law is mighty." The next day, when Fu Wanwan came to class, I stared at her until she looked uncomfortable. "Aiken, why are you staring at teacher Fu like that? Do not tell me you like her." "Why would I like her? Women are nothing but trouble." "Do you and teacher Fu have contact outside class?" "Why do I feel like there is a serious personal grudge here?" "If that woman had deducted 80 of your regular course score, you would have a personal grudge too." I was still thinking about how to get back at Fu Wanwan. The boys in front started whispering. "Teacher Fu has such an incredible figure. Her husband must be thrilled." I nearly cursed out loud. Thrilled my foot. "Do you even know what you are talking about? My surname is Sue. Tonight I will show her what it means to be completely overwhelmed." I looked at the woman on the podium with a smug expression. "Today I will let you experience what it means to lose your composure. Let us see if you remember next time." I only had one class that day. After class, I went straight home. I sat with my phone and ordered the things I needed for that evening. I looked at the props in my hand. Fu Wanwan, just you wait. When she got home, none of the lights on the first floor were on. "Aiken, are you sulking and running away from home?" "Husband, I am back." No one answered. A thin sliver of light showed through the master bedroom door upstairs. Good, Aiken was home. Fu Wanwan changed into pajamas and slowly entered the master bedroom. She had just reached for the light switch. When I said, "Wanwan, do not turn on the light," I felt as though she had already guessed something. "Fine, I will listen to my husband." I thought for a moment, then said, "What you said this morning about letting me punish you still counts, right?" Fu Wanwan stepped a little closer. "How does husband want to punish me? Then let us make one thing clear first. No matter how I punish you, you are not allowed to resist. If you dare resist, I will never forgive you again. Fine. Tonight, I will let my husband decide. Then close your eyes now." Fu Wanwan obediently closed her eyes. After a long while, she sensed Aiken standing behind her. Something gently covered her eyes. Fu Wanwan had no idea what she was about to face. "What is this? Baby Aiken is being so proactive today." "Then, Miss Fu, please enjoy this belated punishment." Chen, get down from there right now. I had no intention of behaving. Not only did I not get down, I even began slowly taking off my shirt. Fu Wanwan was truly about to lose her mind. "Miss Fu, just endure it a little longer." After quite some time passed, I finally finished teasing her enough. "Baby Aiken, can you let me go now?" Since you were so obedient, I will let you off this time." Fu Wanwan, her face red, quickly escaped to the bathroom. When Fu Wanwan came back, I had already changed into normal pajamas, but I still felt strange inside. At first, I thought that since Fu Wanwan and I had already been husband and wife for so long, there was nothing to be shy about. But ever since learning that Fu Wanwan and I had not actually crossed that line, a subtle feeling had grown in my heart. Fu Wanwan could naturally tell that her baby Aiken was nervous. She came over and burrowed into my arms. Husband, do not overthink it until you are truly ready. Nothing more will happen between us. I turned my head away. From now on, none of that is allowed. Only kisses and hugs. Fu Wanwan smiled and agreed. Okay. I will listen to my husband. The next day, when I woke up, Fu Wanwan was already changing clothes. I clearly saw two faint red marks on Fu Wanwan's wrist. I said with a slightly awkward expression, remember to wear long sleeves when you teach today. Otherwise, I may truly need to move to another planet. Maybe because I had teased her for too long last night. I could barely lift my head during class. Gu Yanju pushed my shoulder. Aiken, wake up. Next class is Teacher Fu's. Tell us honestly, did you get a girlfriend? The moment I heard that, all my sleepiness vanished. No, I just stayed up too late last night. That sounded a little too much like a confession. We had not even asked why you looked so exhausted. I was finished. I really was unbelievably stupid. Fine, I will spare you for now. At noon, when we got back to the dorm, you had better confess, honestly. During Fu Wanwan's class, some sharp-eyed students noticed the marks on her wrist. The class group chat exploded again. Did you see the marks on Teacher Fu's wrist? How fierce is her husband? That is intense. It feels like my own little world has been raided. When I got back to the dorm at noon, the guys dragged me straight over to the bed. Looking at that scene, I sighed helplessly. I really do not have a girlfriend, but I do have someone I like. I got up from the bed. Oh, our Aiken has finally figured things out. Who is it? Do we know her? All right. Stop asking. When the time is right, I will bring her to meet you. Hey, do not run away, brother. I really cannot go with you for National Day. Have fun. For National Day, I chose to travel with my wealthy wife. I had wanted to see the scenery of Dali, Yunnan, for a long time. To get one extra day of fun, I specifically had Fu Wanwan book an early flight. I was so sleepy that I simply caught up on sleep on the plane. Aiken, we are almost there. I pointed at the five-star hotel in front of us. Did I not say I wanted to stay at a guest house? Be good. Guest houses are not soundproof. I understood exactly what Fu Wanwan meant. I planned to rest properly for the whole day and go see the sea tomorrow. That night, I lay in bed scrolling through videos. Fu Wanwan started getting handsy again. The next second, only a few dim little lights remained in the room. Soft, suggestive music began to play. Only then did I feel that things might not be as simple as I had imagined. Fu Wanwan, what are you doing? I did not quite dare look directly into her eyes. I did not know if it was because the atmosphere today felt especially strange, but I was starting to lose control a little. If baby wants anything, you can say it. Now. The body does not lie. Be good, tell your wife. Do you really not want it? Then your wife will come closer and see where the baby Aiken is lying. The next day, when I woke up, I found Fu Wanwan still asleep in my arms. I thought back to what happened last night. How could that woman possibly do that? I prepared to turn over and move a little farther away from Fu Wanwan. That side is a little messy. This woman pulled herself even closer into my arms again. Is that something you can just say? Thinking of last night, I asked, did you already plan this before you came? I'd been thinking about it for a long time. It is all your fault. I was supposed to go see the sea today. And now it is already this late. I pulled open the curtains. A high lake shimmered beautifully in the sunlight. It was stunning. Fu Wanwan fed a piece of fruit into my mouth. Were you satisfied? with your wife's performance last night. Why are you so shameless? What about it? We have been married this long, and you are still embarrassed. Fu Wanwan, shut your mouth. Otherwise, I really will ignore you. To reward Fu Wanwan, I specifically bought her a ring in Yunnan. Fu Wanwan declared that she must love her husband even more from now on. Over the next few days, Fu Wanwan took me out to eat, drink, and have fun every day. I had to admit, Fu Wanwan was truly thoughtful. When we went out, I did not need to worry about a single thing. But I was very puzzled. Ever since that first night, after arriving in Yunnan, there had been nothing beyond kisses and hugs. Even if she did not want more, I did. Our original plan was to return to Nansheng on the final day of the holiday. But plans cannot keep up with changes. On the last day of the holiday, heavy rain grounded the flights. Fu Wanwan changed our booking and brought us home one day early. The moment I got home, I collapsed onto the sofa. Fu Wanwan knew I was not used to food outside. So after getting home, she made all the dishes I'd been craving these past few days. I missed your cooking so much. I did not expect that after only a few days away, Aiken would learn how to act spoiled. That night, Fu Wanwan lay in my arms. My hand gently brushed across her back. I was feeling a little gloomy. Fu Wanwan snuggled even deeper into my embrace. I am done. Be good and rest early. I pushed Fu Wanwan away directly and sat alone at the edge of the bed. After a while, Fu Wanwan sensed something was wrong. She quickly sat up and turned on the small nightlight. Fu Wanwan held my face in both hands and looked at me. What is wrong, baby? Fu Wanwan, are we still living as a married couple or not? What do you mean? Tell your wife what happened. If she had not asked, I might have stayed calmer. But once Fu Wanwan asked, I felt even more upset. Before, Fu Wanwan was always teasing me and leaving my heart unsettled. But these past 2 days, why had she suddenly started acting so restrained? No, after that night. I thought you felt exhausted and unhappy. So I wanted to let you rest for a few more days. Naturally, I did not believe Fu Wanwan's explanation. Fu Wanwan tightly held my hand. Can you feel it? I truly love you. Since baby Aiken is being so proactive, then today, you are not allowed to refuse anymore. Neither of us slept that night, ever since Fu Wanwan and I became truly intimate. She had sometimes become especially dependent on me. I had to admit, once this woman got a taste of closeness, she became terrifyingly clingy. At noon today, Fu Wanwan had to work overtime in the office. After eating lunch, I packed up a portion and brought it to her. The moment I entered the office, Fu Wanwan backed me against the wall. And no, do not kiss my neck. I suddenly remembered that on the school forum, so many people were eyeing my wife. That made me very unhappy. Were they blind? She was already wearing a diamond ring. Yet one by one, they still shamelessly tried to move closer. The more I thought about it, the angrier I became. The next second, I wrapped both hands around Fu Wanwan's slender waist. Then I lowered my head toward her graceful neck and left a playful mark there. Before long, there were 3 clear love marks. Fu Wanwan, you have a husband. You need to protect yourself. There are a lot of bad men outside right now. Okay, I will listen to my husband. At the next day's physics class, I was still dozing off. Why did we have 3 physics classes a week? And 2 of them had to be early classes. The moment the class bell rang, before I even had time to lift my head, I heard non-stop cheers throughout the room. The instant I looked up, I truly wanted to leave this planet. That woman was actually wearing a white dress. The 3 love marks looked even more obvious. There is always some bold boy who dares to ask. Everyone quiet. I upset my husband yesterday. My face turned dark the moment I heard that. Who can come up and solve this problem? Teacher, I can. Zhu Tianlei stood up from his seat and slowly walked to the podium. I lifted my head and looked at the white shirt Zhu Tianlei was wearing. No one in the room was blind. Naturally, they all saw the love mark on Zhu Tianlei's neck and that white shirt of his. I was already in a foul mood. Then I saw people writing that Tianlei and Fu Wanwan were wearing matching couple outfits, with even matching love marks, and he only smiled faintly, without saying a word. Was that not practically making it look like he and Fu Wanwan had been together last night? Given how popular Fu Wanwan was at Nanda, by lunchtime, in the cafeteria. This had already become the biggest news on campus. I ordered food, but had no appetite at all. Just then, I saw Zhu Tianlei walk into the dining hall. He even deliberately tugged open his collar a little, as though afraid no one would notice the mark on his neck. After class that afternoon, I went home, facing the braised prawns Fu Wanwan had made. I said, "Fu Wanwan, I want instant noodles. Be good. That has barely any nutrition. Besides, your stomach has not been doing well these past 2 days. You cannot eat junk food." I was already in a bad mood. "Fu Wanwan, am I not even allowed to eat instant noodles now?" Fu Wanwan had been busy in the lab all day. She could tell my mood was poor. So she turned and went to the kitchen to make instant noodles for me. When I came downstairs after showering, Fu Wanwan had already placed the noodles on the table. "Whoa, deluxe instant noodles. You added so many toppings. Eat slowly. Do not burn yourself." After filling my stomach, my mood improved quite a bit. "Tell me what happened today." I placed my phone in front of Fu Wanwan. Her expression grew worse the longer she read. Suddenly, I felt I might have overreacted. She had clearly worked so hard on experiments all day, then still came home to cook for me at night, and I had just behaved like that. "I trust you." It is just that hearing them say those things made me feel awful inside. Fu Wanwan rubbed my head. "It is okay. Leave it to me." That night, I took the initiative and hugged Fu Wanwan. "Wife, do you ever feel I am too childish?" "No, husband. Why would you think that?" "From now on, stay a little farther away from that Zhu Tianlei." Fu Wanwan nodded. "Okay. I will listen to my husband." Sunday's weather was lovely, and my mood was bright too. I found a sunny spot on the first floor and spent the whole day drawing. When I passed by the study, Fu Wanwan had just hung up the phone. "Are you done? Let us go for a walk." Fu Wanwan reached out and pinched my cheek. "Let us go." I recalled that she had only just ended a call. "Did I interrupt your work?" "No." Fu Wanwan paused. "My dad was just asking how the two of us have been lately, since getting married." This was the first time I'd heard Fu Wanwan say the word dad. Only then did I suddenly realize that after 3 months of marriage, I still had not met Fu Wanwan's parents. "Then let us visit your parents at home someday soon. Otherwise, I would look terribly inconsiderate." "Okay, next weekend. I will also introduce you to some of my friends." It was just an ordinary conversation, yet somehow I felt the real warmth of living life as husband and wife. Fu Wanwan suddenly seemed to remember something. "The Zhu Tianlei matter has already been handled. You do not need to worry. I actually saw it at noon." Zhu Tianlei apologized on the school forum. He also specifically stated that he and Fu Wanwan were only teacher and student. The dorm chat completely exploded. "I told you teacher Fu would never take an interest in a man like Zhu Tianlei. That was shameless. Seriously, how is that any different from trying to stir up someone else's marriage? See, my woman is not that kind of person. These guys." "Aiken, why are you being so quiet? Do you have some secret pet outside?" "What? Am I your secret pet?" Fu Wanwan's voice drifted slowly from behind me. I instantly turned around and pressed my phone under the pillow. "How could you sneak a look at my chats with my brothers? What else did you see? Was your group name Nursing Home Watching Beauties? Or which handsome guy is moving into the nursing home?" "I did not come up with a name. I only—" My hand restlessly brushed against Fu Wanwan's waist. She leaned in directly for a kiss, and I thought to myself, this is bad. In an instant, the room filled with an intimate atmosphere. Neither of us slept much that night. After waking up in the morning, my right eyelid kept twitching. I had a feeling something was going to happen. I did not sleep in at home that morning. That afternoon, I only had one English class and one physics class. Today was Guo Yuanzhang's birthday. After the last class, we were going out to celebrate. "I might not be able to come home tonight. Is that okay? I will not come back tonight." She was just about to refuse, but then she thought that ever since Aiken married her, he truly had not gone out to have fun in quite a while. "If you go out tonight, make sure you stay safe." "You really agree?" "Thank you, wife. Long life, my wife." "Oh, right. For this afternoon's physics class, I may need to attend a forum meeting. Another teacher should substitute for me for one lesson. Listen properly in class, okay? The moment I entered school, I could not hold it in anymore. Brothers, Teacher Fu has a forum meeting this afternoon. Another teacher is covering physics class. Damn, that works. It is not Teacher Fu teaching anyway. That substitute teacher is only covering one lesson temporarily. No one knows anyone. They definitely will not call roll. Can we really do that? Is that not being a little too bold? Aiken, how did you know Teacher Fu had a forum meeting this afternoon? On my way back just now. Teacher Fu was chatting with another teacher. I happened to overhear it. Oh, come on. Who cares how he knows, as long as the info is reliable? But Chen Meng's ID card is still with me. We agreed he would come pick it up after class this afternoon. Why do you all go book the restaurant and cake first, and I will meet up with you right after class? How about that? You really are choosing romance over friendship now. Enough already. If I stay for class, I can still help you all. Fine, then let us head out right after this class. Jiang Lintao, you stay behind. Just after we left campus, Gu Yanju was still a little worried. Do you think we are really okay doing this? Bro, today you are our birthday star. The most important thing right now is to go celebrate happily. After saying that, we entered the cake shop. Back in the classroom, Jiang Lintao was still messaging Chen Meng. Sure. Come to the school gate after class to pick up your ID card. I still have to go celebrate a birthday with the guys later. Class is starting. Everyone quiet. At that moment, a familiar voice entered the room. You are doomed. Wasn't Teacher Fu supposed to be at some forum meeting today? She is actually teaching class. Messages began exploding in the group chat because no one dared casually skip. Teacher Fu's class. Could the person standing there be a ghost? Meanwhile, at the cake shop, the boys were excitedly watching the clerk hold a freshly baked cake. By the way, is someone from our class still in the restroom? And not back yet. Fu Wanwan noticed at a glance that her own husband and his closest friends were missing. Originally, Fu Wanwan truly had been going to the forum meeting, but when she thought about not seeing me all night, she still came to teach class instead. By pure accident, she caught her own husband skipping class. We will not wait. We are starting class now. The 3 students who did not come will be marked absent without excuse. As for whether there will be further discipline, that depends on how they behave afterward. Inside the cake shop, Aiken, you really deserve the title of design genius. Bro, you are impressive. Praise came one after another, and I was completely losing myself in it. Oh, not at all. All right, hurry up and contact Jiang Lintao. Send him the restaurant location directly. I opened my phone to message Jiang Lintao and saw 99 new messages in the group chat. Ah, we are finished. Teacher Fu came to class. She said the 3 of us skipped. Maybe we will even be punished. I opened my phone. There was a photo in the chat of Fu Wanwan standing at the podium with a dark expression. I showed the photo to the brothers at the table, and everyone fell distracted. I am really sorry. I dragged all of you into this. Zhang Peng waved his hand helplessly. No one enjoyed the meal very much, and staying out all night drinking was definitely no longer possible. After hanging out for a while, we dispersed at around 9. I was just about to take a taxi home and explain things properly to Fu Wanwan, but just after crossing at the traffic light, I saw Fu Wanwan's car parked by the roadside. I walked over and got into the car. Fu Wanwan did not spare me even a glance. I said awkwardly, I can explain. I thought you had gone to the forum meeting this afternoon. After all, it was Gu Yanju's birthday. Fu Wanwan kept her red lips pressed together and said nothing. This woman was being far too cold today. I was the one who brought them out. Do not punish those 2. If you have to punish someone, punish only me. You can barely protect yourself, yet you are still trying to take the blame for others. After we got home, I kept clinging to Fu Wanwan. Wife, I promise you, this was the first and last time, okay? Wanwan, for my sake. Please do not record their names. I brought her. Washed fruit. Move it away. You still have class tomorrow. I knew Fu Wanwan was a principled person. If she said she would mark us absent, she would definitely do it. But for my brothers, I did not mind suffering a little. Thinking of that, I turned around and went to shower. After showering, I gave myself a pep talk in the mirror. The guy's hopes rest on you. Putting my plan into action, I loosely wrapped only a bath towel around my waist. Why are you not wearing clothes? Fu Wanwan raised her eyes to sweep over me, then immediately lowered her head shyly. I flipped over and quickly slid into bed. Stop reading. Look at me. Why you go put on your pajamas? Do not act shamelessly. You are my wife. How can that count as acting shamelessly? Before Fu Wanwan could say anything, I grabbed her hand and kissed it. Aiken, you are being unreasonable. My attempt to coax her worked wonders. Wife. Tonight, you make the rules. Punish me however you want. Fu Wanwan's face turned bright red from my teasing. Dazed, she murmured to me. Tomorrow morning, the three of you wait for me at the office. Early the next morning, all three of us stood neatly outside Fu Wanwan's office. Come in. The moment Gu Yanju entered, he bowed deeply and apologized. Teacher Fu, I am truly sorry. Yesterday was my birthday. Happy birthday. Those 4 words from Fu Wanwan stunned all of us. Whether or not I am substituting for someone, whether it is this class or any other class, for any reason, none of that excuses skipping class to go out and play. But considering that you usually behave well, especially Su Chen, I will not record this as a disciplinary violation. I will simply mark it as an unexcused absence. 5 regular course points will be deducted. Thank you, Teacher Fu. May you live 100 years in peace and good health. But they had no idea how hard I had worked the night before. Back in the classroom, they were still teasing me. Yesterday, I used every trick I had to calm Fu Wanwan down. I made up my mind to rest and recover properly for a few days. But Fu Wanwan became gloomy instead. She had gone a whole week without holding Aiken. She thought that I only approached her when I needed something from her. Now that nothing had happened, this man was deliberately avoiding her. Her close friends immediately rallied around her. Wanwan was so upset that she came out for drinks. Why do I feel like I am being neglected by my own younger husband? Last night, you were still telling me that. You had bullied that innocent male student. Bestie, stop talking. I need your company. Can you come? That evening, when I got home, I was shocked to find Fu Wanwan absent. I thought about calling to ask and giving her a graceful way out. Hello. Brother-in-law, this is Jiang. Wanwan drank too much. We are bringing her back. We will arrive soon. When I ran downstairs, Jiang's car had already reached the front door. Ah. Why did you drink so much? I supported Fu Wanwan. Brother-in-law, we will leave Wanwan to you. We are heading out first. Thank you. Be careful on the road. I picked Fu Wanwan up and carried her inside. Looking at the woman on the sofa, why did you drink so much? You could not even find your way home. This was my first time seeing a drunk Fu Wanwan. Fu Wanwan reached out and wrapped her arms around my neck, holding on tightly. Do you still recognize who I am? My darling husband. She almost made me laugh from frustration. I had just prepared to stand up when Fu Wanwan pulled me back. Husband, do not be angry anymore, okay? I know I was wrong. I will not make things difficult for you at school anymore. From now on, you are not allowed to drink this much. There are too many bad people outside, and you especially cannot cling to just anyone and act spoiled. Understand? You are my husband. I have liked you for so many years. I would never mistake you for someone else. Wife, you are really drunk. We have only been married for half a year. The next day, when I woke up, it was already 10 o'clock. As soon as I went downstairs, Fu Wanwan came over carrying a freshly cooked fried egg. Husband, you are not angry anymore, right? I recorded a video last night. If you bully me again in the future, I will post it on the campus forum and let everyone see what the icy beautiful associate professor is like at home. I especially made a heart-shaped fried egg. I also prepared all your favorite breakfast dishes on the table. Friday had only one class. I spent a long time wandering around the mall, preparing to buy gifts to visit my in-laws. My heart was uneasy. I carried the gifts home. The moment I opened the door, I heard of the two of you trying to rebel against me. Do I truly have no say at all in this family? One was my physics teacher for 3 years. The other was my idol. At that moment, Fu Wanwan and Zia Guohua stood trembling in the corner. Fu Yun turned back and saw the young man at the door. He had grown even more handsome than when he was little. Fu Yun was a world-class fashion designer. My idol since childhood. Fu Wanwan pulled me in from the doorway. Mom, you scared him. Aiken, this is my mother, and this is my father. Teacher Zia. I'd been with Fu Wanwan for so long, yet never knew Teacher Zia was her father. Uncle Zia, Aunt Fu, hello. Wanwan and I were planning to visit you tomorrow. Look how thoughtful Aiken is. The two of you are over 80 years old combined. How can you do things without considering the consequences? Marriage is such a major matter. Did it have nothing to do with me? Now I understood. Aunt Fu had only just learned that she had become a mother-in-law. I hurriedly stepped forward. Auntie, please do not be angry first. Wanwan simply did not know how to tell you yet. Aiken, you are a good child. You do not need to defend those two. This matter was Fu Wanwan's fault. Mom, why do you and Aiken not rest for a while? Dad and I will go cook. Get lost. In my mind, Aunt Fu should have been dignified and elegant. This was my first time seeing a scene like this. Aunt Fu, I really love design. I have admired you since I was little. I started searching for topics to talk about. Someone who was naturally outgoing was being forced into social anxiety on the spot. Aiken. Wanwan did not think this marriage matter through carefully. Auntie will deal with her for you. Those two kept me completely in the dark. Tell me, was that not too much? They only told me after the marriage certificate had already been issued, and that old man even helped them. Wanwan, tomorrow, bring Aiken home for a proper meal. Understood. You and Dad be careful on the way back. Fu Wanwan felt as though my gaze was about to pierce straight through her. She guiltily smoothed her hair. I questioned Fu Wanwan. Fu Wanwan, do you have nothing to explain to me? Husband, I am sorry. I should not have hidden it from you. I said nothing. I turned and went off to draw by myself, but my heart was unsettled. My mind was a complete mess. I could not focus on drawing at all. Suddenly, I felt tremendous pressure. I had always thought my father-in-law and mother-in-law were simply ordinary university professors. But now, one was the chairman of Huaxia Group. The other was an internationally outstanding designer. Their family background and ability were on a completely different level from mine. Aiken, why not eat some fruit? Fu Wanwan received no answer, so she pushed the door open. She saw me sitting blankly at the desk. Fu Wanwan, I do not want to talk to you for the moment. Husband, I truly did not mean to hide it from you. Only now did I realize that the disappointing daughter Teacher Zia mentioned was you. You were deliberately watching me make a fool of myself. Fu Wanwan moved closer. She set the fruit plate aside and slipped into my arms. Now that you know, you do not want to stay with me anymore, right? When did I ever say I did not want to stay with you? It seemed Fu Wanwan truly lacked a sense of security in this relationship. Fu Wanwan, anyone who deceives others has to pay a price, considering how terrible your behavior was this time. You can sleep alone for a while. Fu Wanwan panicked. She sprang to her feet. I gave Fu Wanwan no chance to explain. I went straight to the bedroom to sleep and locked the door behind me. The next day, Fu Wanwan and I still followed the plan and went to the Fu family villa. Mom, Dad, These are gifts we prepared for you. I was too nervous yesterday and did not know what to call you. Fu Wanwan and Zia Guohua looked at each other. Both of them had dark circles under their eyes. No need to ask. They had definitely been kicked out of the bedroom by their wives and had not rested well. Aunt Fu smiled and said to me, "Come, come. You did not need to bring gifts. The meal is already ready. Hungry, Aiken. Let Mom tell you this. Wanwan is older than you. But sometimes she still behaves like a child, and her temper is bad too. If she goes too far, tell me. I will teach her a lesson for you. If that still is not enough, Mom will introduce someone even better to you." I looked up at Fu Wanwan across from me, who looked pitifully toward her father. After dinner, Aunt Fu pulled me into her secret studio. We did not come out all afternoon. Fu Wanwan tried to eavesdrop at the door several times, but the room was too soundproof. She heard nothing. Can you not sit quietly for a while? Let us see whether you panic if your mom really tries to replace you. At 7 in the evening, the two of us finally came out of the room. I was holding a box in my arms. Fu Wanwan wanted to step forward and see what it was, but unexpectedly, I dodged away from her. The ride home took nearly another hour. The whole way, I kept looking at my phone and smiling foolishly. Fu Wanwan wanted to ask what I was looking at, but stubbornly stayed silent. After we got home, Fu Wanwan could not hold it in anymore. She blocked me at the doorway. "Aiken, what exactly did my mom say to you? Are you really going to replace me with someone better? Do you know? Sister Zhu Yuan." "No, Zhu Yuan is the daughter of Aunt Fu's best friend. She is 7 meters tall, and she is on a dance team. She perfectly matches all my preferences. Why not? Who told you to lie to me? I would only be getting to know her. I did not say I would be with her. Chen, you are already thinking about being with her. We have only been married for half a year. Are you tired of me that quickly?" I heard Auntie say, "Sister Zhu Yuan is 7 meters tall and studies dance. Her figure must be excellent, right? Chen, you are not allowed to call her Sister Zhu." As I went upstairs, I turned back and said to her, "Teacher Fu, you should focus on preparing lessons in the study. I will enjoy the bedroom all by myself." Calling me Teacher Fu, yet calling someone else sister. I am furious. During class, Fu Wanwan's voice sounded muffled. Her face also lacked its usual glow. At a glance, this woman had clearly not kept herself warm these past 2 days. Fu Wanwan felt unwell all day. She checked her phone many times, but there was still no message from her husband. Could husband really not want me anymore? No way, right? On my way home that afternoon, I bought some cold medicine. I brought it over to Fu Wanwan. "Drink the medicine. Do not let it get worse. Husband, do not abandon me. I will never make things difficult for you at school again. I will never hide things from you again. I did not abandon you. Hurry and take the medicine. I will make you a bowl of noodles. Eat, then sleep it off. You will feel better." I got up and cooked a bowl of simple spring noodles. A warm aroma filled the whole house. Fu Wanwan looked at the bowl of noodles and was almost moved to tears. "Husband, have you truly forgiven me? Or do you just pity me because I am sick?" "I truly forgave you. Do not lie to me again." After Wanwan quickly finished the bowl of noodles, she hugged her husband and went to sleep. Fu Wanwan curled beside me like a little cat. "Husband, these past few days, I have not slept well alone. I was terrified you truly did not want me anymore. Good night. Can you stop feeling so insecure? That day, I only wanted to be alone in the studio for a while, and you immediately asked whether I wanted to separate from you. Is our relationship really that unable to withstand a little pressure? Fu Wanwan, I really like you. I love you very much. Do not let your thoughts run wild anymore." Understood. The next day, when Fu Wanwan got home, she saw that I had added a safe to the house. "How about it? The gifts Mom gave me yesterday are all locked inside. Mom said this jade pendant is your family heirloom. These are family property documents, and she also gave me the studio under her name. I originally did not want to accept them, but Mom insisted on giving them to me. Anyway, in the entire Fu family, all the valuable things are in your and Mom's hands. Dad and I have nothing except our salary cards. That evening, Fu Wanwan's girlfriends had arranged to sit together at a bar. Fu Wanwan was completely at ease, but I was a little nervous before leaving. Do not be nervous. They are all very easy to get along with. When we reached the private room, only Jiang and Nan Xin were there. Wow, so this is brother-in-law, right? I am Nan Xin. Seeing you again, I almost did not recognize you. Who would have thought that Dr. Jiang, who looked so serious in a white coat at the hospital, would now appear before me in a pink bodycon dress? I am here. How could I be late to meet brother-in-law? Hello, brother-in-law. My name is Jiang Zuru. I am also from Gucheng Middle School. I looked at Jiang Zuru in front of me and felt a strange sense of unreality. Of course, I knew you were from Gucheng Middle School. Back then, were you not the campus beauty of the high school division? Brother-in-law, that is where you are wrong. The campus beauty was obviously our Wanwan. Back then, did you truly not know Wanwan? That makes sense. Back then, he only knew how to study. It is normal that he did not recognize her. When everyone heard that, they all laughed. I guiltily glanced at Fu Wanwan. Wanwan was also from Gucheng Middle School. I was doomed. This woman was sulking again. Jiang Zuru did that on purpose. I know Wanwan far too well. She was angry now, not because I did not know we had gone to the same school, but because I remembered someone else and did not remember her. This woman was truly far too jealous. At the end, the server came over to ask someone to sign. Jiang Zuru happened to be sitting by the door. I glanced over and saw her handwriting. So ugly, people really do change. Her handwriting used to be so pretty. Fu Wanwan felt deeply hurt. Her own husband had remembered the high school campus beauty since middle school. After sitting there for a little while, Fu Wanwan found an excuse and took me home. The moment we got back, I immediately tried to please her. Wife, I truly did not know you are also from Gucheng Middle School. We have been married this long, and you never told me either. Do you think Jiang Zuru is prettier than me? How could that be? She is just a heartbreaker. I am telling you. From now on, stay away from. I do not like casually judging other people. How do you know she is a heartbreaker? She played with a man's feelings. Anyway, she is no good. If that old attachment had not happened back in Gucheng, I would truly want to burn it all away. But I cannot keep things bottled up inside. That night I tossed and turned in bed, unable to sleep. Wife, I really cannot hold this in anymore. I need to tell you something. Do not get angry. What is it? I once liked Jiang Zuru. Fu Wanwan widened her eyes. She was just about to speak when I stopped her. Listen to my explanation first. At that time, I was in the second year of middle school. You were in your final year of high school. She suddenly started bringing me breakfast and letters. So I thought she liked me. I still kept those letters back in Gucheng. Next time I go home, I will burn them. Wanwan's expression remained serious. Oh, my dear wife, was I not just young and foolish then? Aiken, the person back then, was actually me. I only asked Jiang Zuru to deliver those things to you for me. For a moment, I became solemn. Then, did you like the words and feelings in those letters? Or did you like Jiang Zuru herself? Of course, I liked the letters. Wanwan, I only like you. Fu Wanwan felt deeply conflicted. This fool. When reading letters, did he not even look at the signature? What could Aiken have done wrong? Clearly Jiang Zuru, the messenger, was to blame. Fu Wanwan puffed up indignantly and opened her phone. She kicked Jiang Zuru out of the girlfriend's group chat and even deleted Jiang Zuru on chat without asking. Jiang Zuru saw that heartbreaking red exclamation mark and felt more wronged than anyone. In under 5 minutes, Jiang Zuru received intelligence from Jiang. Let you die understanding the truth. Brother-in-law said you toyed with a man's feelings and told Wanwan not to hang out with you anymore. Jiang Zuru was shocked. Let me die understanding. What? When did I ever toy with a man's feelings? I am 27 and have been single since birth. The only man I ever liked is still overseas, and he still does not even want to pay attention to me. When did I become a heartbreaker? Ever since Fu Wanwan converted the guest room on the first floor into my art studio. I rarely went into her study anymore. Today, Fu Wanwan had to work overtime at school. I was bored all morning. At noon, I received a call from Fu Wanwan, asking me to go to the study and send her a document. Since I had nothing to do, I read there for a while. When I left, I accidentally kicked the desk. Beside it, from inside the cabinet door, a vintage metal box fell out. I knew the things in the study were very important to Fu Wanwan. I thought I should quickly pick it up and put it back. Part of what was inside the metal box spilled out. They were all letters. I resisted the urge to read them. During dinner that evening, I chatted with Fu Wanwan absent-mindedly. My mind was full of wondering who those letters were written to. Fu Wanwan set a bowl of soup in front of me. What is wrong, Aikn? Are you feeling unwell anywhere? I snapped back to attention and met her concerned gaze. I told her what happened in the study that afternoon. I saw Fu Wanwan's expression become noticeably strange. Wanwan, I did not read those letters. She softly hummed. Are they important to you? Fu Wanwan thought for a moment. They are no longer important. I am not stupid. If they are no longer important now, then they must have once mattered a great deal. She must have liked that boy very much. Otherwise, she would not have written so many. Fu Wanwan watched me stab fiercely at the fish dish in front of me. She could not help laughing. Husband, are you jealous? Are you afraid I liked another man? I felt as though the jealousy in my heart was about to explode, yet I still forced myself to act generous. It would be fine, even if you did like someone. Am I such a petty person? They are only a few letters. Besides, you are my wife now. Then again, I really did feel petty. The thought of Fu Wanwan having liked another man made even the bowl of soup in my hand taste sour. I irritably set down my bowl and chopsticks. Fu Wanwan saw straight through my stubborn denial. Instead of explaining further, she leisurely continued eating. During this period, Fu Wanwan noticed that I often sat in the studio, staring blankly into space. I did not even have time to be affectionate with her. That would not do. If this continued, it would affect the relationship between her and her beloved husband. Fu Wanwan carried grapes into the studio and slipped into my arms. Baby Aikn, why are you unhappy? Tell your wife. Fu Wanwan nestled in my embrace and acted spoiled. I rubbed her little head. The submission for the competition still is not finished. Husband, send the draft to Mom and ask her to take a look. I usually ask my mother-in-law for lots of professional advice. These past 2 months, I truly improved a lot, but she is one of the judges for the competition. If she helps revise my entry, that would be unfair to everyone else. No, Mom is a judge for this competition. People would say I got special treatment. I did not expect my husband to be so upright. Fu Wanwan smiled sweetly. I said gloomily, I know an alumnus. I heard he finished his artwork long ago, and I am still stuck over the color saturation. It makes me feel as if I am always one step behind others. Fu Wanwan comforted me. Faster does not always mean better. Art is meant to be refined carefully. If you have no ideas, we can go out for a walk. There is nothing wrong with taking it slower. How about we go soak in hot springs this weekend? I nodded indulgently. Seeing that I agreed, Fu Wanwan happily kissed my face several times. A reward for being willing to go out and relax. Tell me, what do you want to eat? I will cook, Then make the dish you are best at. Cola chicken wings. Hee hee. Then you have to reward me tonight too. On Friday, as soon as class ended, we left directly from school. I sneaked into the car furtively. Fu Wanwan looked at me reproachfully. Husband, when exactly can we go public? Once I graduate, we will make it public. Good wife, endure it just a little longer. The hot spring was inside a hotel. The decor was luxurious. As soon as we arrived, staff led us to our room. I lowered my head and whispered by Fu Wanwan's ear, "Wife, you arranged everything so thoughtfully in advance. You are truly considerate. This is Teacher Zia's hotel." I was startled for a moment, but then accepted it calmly. Teacher Zia owning a big hotel was hardly strange. Then does that mean we do not have to pay? As long as you behave well tonight, it is free. I was honestly speechless with Fu Wanwan. Fu Wanwan, is there anything normal in that head of yours? Aiken, I am only not serious when I am with you. That evening, while I was showering, Fu Wanwan went downstairs to pick up a late-night snack. She happened to be seen by Zhu Tianlei, who had come on a date. Zhu Tianlei remembered how the last school forum incident had embarrassed him. Fu Wanwan, that forum incident made me lose face. Today, I have to seize this chance. Fu Wanwan picked up the delivery and noticed a cake shop across the street. But it was already a little late, so she had to wait a while. After paying, her phone battery died and shut off. After quite some time, Fu Wanwan carried the cake and hurried back to the hotel. As soon as she stepped out of the elevator, she heard a commotion outside. She rose onto her toes to look inside and saw me standing in the doorway with wet hair. There was also a bright red swelling on my forehead. Fu Wanwan rushed straight past security. The cake fell from her hands to the floor. What happened, husband? The moment I saw Fu Wanwan return, I quickly grabbed her arm. Where did you go? Why was your phone off? Fu Wanwan frowned. I went to buy a small cake. My phone ran out of battery and shut down. I am sorry, husband. The manager beside us trembled. Vice President Fu, someone entered your room just now and accidentally harmed your husband. The moment Fu Wanwan heard that, she urgently told the manager to call a doctor. Aiken, what just happened? Fu Wanwan brushed the loose hair from my forehead. With worry all over her face, I explained. I had just finished showering when I heard noise at the door. I thought you were back, so I did not pay attention. When I came out, I saw that scoundrel Zhu Tianlei lying on the bed, improperly dressed. I got angry and wanted to confront him. Fu Wanwan's face grew darker by the second. Then the injury on your head. He struck me with a cup. Wife, I did not come off worse. I fought back too. Fu Wanwan's fingers lightly touched the swelling on my forehead. Her eyes immediately reddened. Even her voice began to tremble. How dare he? I held her hand and gently squeezed her fingertips to comfort her. It is okay. It is only a small injury. I did not let him get away with it either. Look at the state he is in. He probably cannot even stand properly right now. The manager said nervously, Vice President Fu, we have already called the police and pulled the surveillance footage. Zhu Tianlei slipped onto the floor while the cleaner was working, then forced open the room door to get in. We take full responsibility on our side. All medical expenses and related costs will be covered by the hotel. Fu Wanwan's gaze turned icy. She looked nothing like her usual self. Take responsibility. Can you truly bear the consequences? First, thoroughly investigate hotel security. All personnel responsible for this failure are to be dismissed. Second, hand the surveillance footage and all evidence to the police. I want him charged with unlawful entry and assault. Make sure he faces the fullest legal consequences. Third, prepare the materials to expel him from Nanda. I will deliver them to the university president myself. The police arrived very quickly. Zhu Tianlei was still trying to argue. He claimed he knew Fu Wanwan and had only come in to wait for her. He said I had misunderstood. Fu Wanwan immediately threw the evidence from her phone in front of him. He instantly lost all his confidence. Then he was taken away. The doctor treated my wound. This is all my fault. if I had not gone downstairs to buy cake, and if my phone had not died, this would not have happened. Hey, this had nothing to do with you. That scoundrel was the one, with malicious intentions. I comforted her. Besides, you only wanted to buy me a little cake. My heart felt sweet inside. She rubbed lightly against my chest and said in a muffled voice, "The cake fell on the ground. I still wanted you to taste it." I smiled. "It is okay. Next time, we will buy more. 10, 8, however many you want. We will eat until we are full." Beside me, Fu Wanwan kept holding my hand tightly. She slept uneasily, waking at the slightest movement. I held her close and whispered beside her ear, "Do not be afraid. I am here. From now on, no one will bully you." Half asleep, she murmured softly and nestled even deeper into my arms. Early the next morning, we returned to Nanchang. The Zhu Tianlei matter was resolved quickly. Unlawful entry plus assault. With the evidence already clear, Nanda also issued an announcement very quickly, expelling him from the university. His little schemes had finally ended with him, harming only himself. That is what bad people get. After the Zhu Tianlei matter was settled, my heart finally calmed completely. I immediately threw myself back into creating my design competition entry. Fu Wanwan accompanied me every day, bringing me tea and water, peeling fruit, and whenever I got stuck, walking with me in the park, standing with me by the riverside breeze, and discussing color and composition together. With her by my side, I felt especially steady inside. My ideas also became clearer and clearer. My mother-in-law learned that I had entered the competition too. She specially called me and said she would not show favoritism just because I was her son-in-law. But from a professional perspective, she could still give me some advice. I thought about it and still declined. I said, "Mom, I want to win through my own ability. I do not want people saying I got special treatment. Even if I do not win, at least I will know I gave it everything." Half a month later, my piece was finally finished. I looked at the work on the drawing paper with a heart full of achievement. It showed Fu Wanwan and me by High Lake. She held my hand, smiling like a blooming flower. Behind us were the shimmering waters of High Lake and the deep blue sky. The color saturation was just right. Every stroke carried my love for her. When Fu Wanwan saw the final piece, her eyes lit up. She hugged me and kissed me once. "Husband, your work is far too beautiful. This will definitely win an award." I pinched her cheek. "I will take your blessing." After submitting it, there came a long wait. Every day, I refreshed the competition's official website. My heart was full of both anticipation and nervousness. Fu Wanwan always smiled and comforted me. Finally, the results were announced. I won the gold award. The moment I saw the result, I was too excited to speak. I grabbed Fu Wanwan and spun her around several times. She also smiled and wrapped her arms around my neck, kissing my face again and again. My mother-in-law and father-in-law called me immediately as well. "Aiken, amazing. Mom knew you could do it. Not bad, kid. You have real skill." After receiving the gold award prize money, the first thing I did was go to a jewelry store for Fu Wanwan and choose a diamond ring. It was not an especially expensive style, but it was something I selected with great care. Inside the ring, our names were engraved: Chen and Fu Wanwan. That evening, after getting home, I took out the ring. I knelt on one knee and held it up in front of Fu Wanwan, then said seriously, "Wanwan, when we rushed into marriage, I gave you nothing. No proposal, no ring, not even a proper wedding. But my feelings for you were never just a passing impulse, and I find myself loving you more and more. In this lifetime, it can only be you. Will you marry me?" Not in that sudden, rushed way. This time, properly and wholeheartedly. Fu Wanwan stood there, tears streaming down her face. She nodded and said through sobs, "I do. Chen, I do." I placed the ring on her finger. From now on, this ring is holding you firmly in place. You are never getting away from me in this lifetime. I will not run. I will never run. From then on, we began preparing for the wedding. Aunt Fu busied herself everywhere, even more actively than we did. My mother-in-law personally designed our wedding dress and suit. The wedding dress was white, embroidered with tiny pearls and lace. It made Fu Wanwan look like a fairy. My formal wear was a custom black suit, and it fit me perfectly. My father-in-law handled the venue and the guest arrangements, making sure everything was properly organized. My brothers were also busy helping everywhere. Gu Yanzhu became the leader of the groomsmen. Zhang Peng and Jiang Lintao ran around helping, decorating the bridal room and buying wedding candies. The wedding was set for graduation day. The campus of Nanda was filled everywhere with graduation laughter and joy, and my wedding was held on that very day. The location was right on Nanda's campus. It was where Fu Wanwan and I had met, and where our story had begun. On the wedding day, the sunlight was perfect and the breeze was gentle. Fu Wanwan wore the wedding dress my mother-in-law designed, holding my father-in-law's arm. She walked toward me step by step. A tender smile rested on her face. In her eyes, there was only me. At that moment, I felt the whole world grow quiet, and in my eyes, there was only her. My father-in-law placed her hand into mine, patted my shoulder, and said seriously, "Kid, I am entrusting Wanwan to you. If you ever dare mistreat her, I will not spare you." Gu Yanzhu, as a groomsman, went on stage to speak. He told funny stories about us. From the time I called her wife in class, to getting caught skipping class, and even the Zhu Tianlei incident, everyone burst into laughter. Fu Wanwan leaned beside me, smiling so brightly that her eyes curved. When it was time to exchange rings, Fu Wanwan placed a matching ring on my finger. She said softly, "Su Chen, please guide me through the rest of our lives." I held her hand tightly and placed a kiss on her forehead. I said, "Fu Wanwan, for the rest of my life, it will always be you." After the wedding ended, Fu Wanwan and I, still in our wedding dress and suit, walked through Nanda's campus. Everything still looked familiar. Only the person beside me had become the one I would spend my whole life with. Some students saw us and smiled, shouting, "Happy wedding." Fu Wanwan smiled in response, holding my arm and resting her head on my shoulder. Sunlight fell across us, warm and beautiful. I lowered my head to look at her and said softly, "Wanwan, do you know? Back when I learned Teacher Zia had resigned, I was unbelievably happy. I thought I finally would not have to make up my physics homework, but I never expected that my rushed marriage wife would actually become my physics teacher. At that time, I felt that every most absurd thing in the world had somehow happened to me. Do you still think it was absurd now?" I pinched her cheek, lowered my head, and kissed her lips. Then I said seriously, "Not absurd. Not absurd at all. It was the luckiest meeting of my life. After all the twists and turns, it turned out my fate had always been destined to be you. From the suddenness of our rushed marriage, to the ridiculousness of our teacher-student days, and finally to the deep devotion of staying together, the story of Fu Wanwan and me began with an accident and ended in profound love. For the rest of our lives, through spring and autumn, through cold and heat, I will keep holding her hand and walking forward, never separating again. And those little quarrels we once had, those moments that made us laugh and cry, will all become the most precious memories of our lives, kept warm forever in our hearts.